Hello dear students, this is reloading your lesson 2 in class 8 for early nationalist movements. The early nationalist movements across the world were done so in America and France. So they are known as American Revolution and French Revolution. These two countries inspired many other European and American and countries across the world. So the revolutions went across many other countries for a change of governance, for change of politics and religion and society. Hence, the age between this 18th century is known as the age of revolutions. 18th, okay. The early nationalist movement, in introduction we learnt, while Indian society was gradually being overpowered by the English or British rule. This was the century. In the 18th century, there was a battle between Indian ruler and the British, and then they had overpowered over India. That was the war or battle of Plassey in 1757. After they fought another war with the local rulers, that was Battle of Boxer, and slowly the East India Company that had come to trade in India started overpowering or taking territories through outright wars or passing new laws. That was the situation in India, while in other parts of the world, wherein American and French Revolution was taking place, and looking at them being inspired by the revolution of America and France, many other countries also got changed. So that was the period when the society in India was gradually being overpowered by the English rule. It was the rule of the East India Company. Important developments were taking place in other parts of the world like Europe in the fields of religion, technology, politics, economics, social structure, etc. A few of the countries that saw these changes were America and France. A few of them were the countries like America, they made American Revolution, and in France it was French Revolution. Okay, what is nation? If there is a nation, there were nationalist movements. So nation is a place or territory where people who inhabit a common territory, speak a common language and belong to a common culture considered to be a nation, and they are consider themselves as one and distinct from others. Next comes the age of revolution. The revolution began in America and France, led to revolution in many other countries for the social, political, economic change in their own nation. What is revolution? A revolution means a drastic change that affects society, economy, politics and cultural sphere of life of people, of a region or of a nation. The 18th century history of the world can be termed as age of revolution. Which century can be termed as age of revolutions? Yes, 18th century. In America, they wanted to bring changes, and it was known as American Revolution from 1775 to 1783. After 1776, America was broadly comprised the northern states and the southern states. They brought changes, they made an effort to bring equality in the society, but they were not together. They were divided into the northern states and the southern states. What happened to those states? The southern states were dependent on labor-intensive agriculture who were brought from America. Southern state had many of the laborers. They were brought from Africa as slaves. Many people migrated to America from Europe due to exploration of new lands. Those days, new lands to America got explored. The new sea routes were found, land routes were found. So many European people were coming to America. in this movement, many had come to America from Europe, and there were religious persecution in Europe. If the ruler's religion was not practiced by the common people or subjects, the ruler used to punish the people. So being afraid of being persecuted, they had also come from Europe to America. When they came into America, they formed colonies or territory. The 13 colonies were made in the eastern part of North America, while South America was different, who were mostly from England, and they were pilgrim fathers as England imposed heavy taxes. Why the Europeans came to America? Because of finding new land, because of religious persecution in Europe. They wanted to have a better lifestyle, so they came. And they also came because heavy taxes were imposed on them. The British was ruling over many parts of the world, and wherever they were ruling, they were making economic exploitation by installing heavy taxes on the people. This Stamp Act is one of the acts of the British that they imposed heavy taxes. They were imposing taxes on the sugar, tea, essential commodity, and finally under Stamp Act of 1765, they said that anything that is purchased and sold should have a stamp, and the value of stamp was very high. To affix the stamp was compulsory for any business transactions to be made by the Americans. This added to the grievances of the colonies. The people were not happy with the taxes that they had already been imposing, and now they had passed the act called the Stamp Act. When was it passed? 1765. And under this they made it compulsory to affix a stamp. Stamp you must have seen if you have seen some of the important documents in your parents' hands. When they have a land document or document of the house, over their stamps are fixed. So like that, stamp was made compulsory to be fixed. The Americans protested against the Stamp Act violently and boycotted the British good. They said, we will not buy any British good and we will not give those taxes. The leaders that were there in the colonies, they said no taxation without representation. They said they will not give the tax because none of them are there as the representative in the British Parliament to form laws or acts for themselves. This representation means no member from this colony were there in British Parliament while deciding these acts. This was the first proper combined response of the colonies towards the British law and forced the British to withdraw the Stamp Act. They said they will not be paying any stamp duty for purchasing things. So, first revolt against the British by the colonists was the Stamp Act of 1765. Another incident happened that was known as Boston Tea Party. Philosophers like Voltaire, Rousseau, John Locke and Montesquieu inspired the American colonists to fight for their liberty because they had no liberty. They were being ruled by the Britishers and unnecessary impositions were made by the British to the Americans. So for their freedom, they had to fight. And who inspired them? Some philosophers like Voltaire, Rousseau, John Locke and Montesquieu. The most famous protesters were seen in the incident of Boston Tea Party, where the Americans disguised or made themselves wear the dress of Red Indians. In this guise they came, and at the Boston port there was a full loaded ship with tea packets. They sank these tea packets into the sea, and the sea water perhaps turned like tea water. So this is known as Boston Tea Party. There was no real party anywhere because so much of the tea packets were sunk into the sea. For some time, the color of the sea water must have been tasting tea. So it was said so, Boston Tea Party. The Tea Act passed by the British was a monopoly on the sea trade of their own without understanding the pain and pleasure of the people. They were forcing people to follow the act. That was the monopoly of the British. It should not extend further. Thinking so, the American colonists disguised as Red Indians and raided a British ship at Boston Harbor and threw the tea boxes into the sea. Is known as Boston Tea Party. This happened in 1773. The representatives appealed to King George III, who was the ruler or emperor of England, the British ruler, to withdraw all oppressive rules and taxes from the colonies. The American colonies should have no more taxation, and all these rules and laws that they had passed must be abolished, was the demand of the people. This incident of 1773, the Boston Tea Party Act, was looked at as an act of defiance and resulted in open hostility between the settlers and the British Parliament. This is in brief about the beginning of nationalist movement in the world. Began from Americans and then comes the French, and the incidents we have learned, the Boston Tea Party and another monotonous act, that was the act called Stamp Act. Okay, remember them and learn. In the next part we will come with the American Revolution and Civil War. Till then, keep learning. Stay happy. Bye-bye.